Okay, so let's start our part 3, that is key of managing people. That what type of processes, what type of theories we need to manage the people in a most right manner. So psychologists and management theorists have devoted much research, and so you can see psychologists and management theorists here. I told you that in order to make the processes for the project management, we not only need managers, we need psychiatrists, we need psychologists, we need socialist people. So all these people together work and they make theories. Important areas related to the project management include motivation theories, influence and power, and effectiveness. So there are three keys, you can say, for managing people, and today we will cover the motivation theories and influence and power. So let's move forward. So in this, first we discuss these two types of motivation, that is intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. What are these? So intrinsic motivation, it causes people to participate in an activity for their own enjoyment. And what is extrinsic motivation? It causes people to do something for a reward or to avoid a penalty. For example, some children take piano lessons just for the motivation, while other take for avoiding or rewarding, avoiding the punishment or for the reward. I can give you one more example related to IT. For example, first we take an example of intrinsic motivation. Some people have a craze of doing programming, so that's why they go towards the programming career. I have a friend, he was an electronic engineer, but he was very good in programming. So after he completed his masters, uh, we all went for PhD, but he was more towards programming and making game development. So he was not with us in PhD, but he go for the programming, game development. Now he is a game developer. So that was intrinsic motivation. He was having craze about programming and game development, so he did this for his own enjoyment. Second is extrinsic motivation. If in any project, even if I don't want to do that work, but I know that I am the part of the project team, and if I will not do this work, and if there is any low performance of that task, then we will get punishment or we will get penalty. So the fear of that penalty or punishment will make me do that thing. So that is called extrinsic motivation. So these are two types of motivations. Now all these things which we are now doing, they are in motivation theories. These also intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Now this Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, what is this theory? Abraham argued that human beings possesses unique qualities that enable them to make independent choices, thus giving them control of their destiny. And Abraham also developed a hierarchy of needs which states that people behaviors are guided or motivated by a sequence of needs. Okay, according to Abraham Maslow, he said that every person has a list of, you can say, needs. If you fulfill the needs, then he can fully motivated towards work. And what are those needs? These are those needs. And in all the big companies, multinational companies, or in Fortune 100 companies, they are why Fortune 100? Because they are taking care of all these five needs. How they are taking care of all these needs? So first need is, and you can see that it is in a pyramid shape, and the first need is more, second is bit less, third is more less, fourth is more less, and fifth is more less. But what is this low to high? That is from beginning to the end. So let's start with the psychological. What is psychological need? For example, if you go for a job, what is your psychological need? Psychological need is the basic need, that is your basic salary, food, water, this type of needs. And if you are an IT professional or a degree holder, then you are out of the range of this psychological automatically. So anyone who is going for a job in a Fortune 100 company or a multinational company, then he is not lying in number one psychological issue, because he is already a IT professional person. At least maybe he will be earning low, but he is not like he have no food or he have no water. This is not in case of IT professionals. So the second step is safety, physical safety, economical safety, this type of. Okay, this lies in some startups or new companies. But if you go in a Fortune 100 companies, they will first of all provide you this safety. Why? In the interview they will tell you that they are giving you health insurance, they are giving you child privileges, and your partner insurance, and your parents insurance, your housing support, and also the pension. So these type of safeties and securities are the basic needs every company should fulfill. Otherwise, what happen if these safety things are not fulfilled, or fulfilled in a low manner, then the people will not be motivated in working there, and they will be always thinking about fulfill their safety needs, and maybe they will go towards the wrong direction, and they will also do some part time. So this type of stuff can affect the performance of the project or a company. So second step is safety. If an employee have no psychological, no safety issues, then the employee will move towards the social need. What is social need? Social need is like acceptance of a person in a company, like company welcomes him, company show him that company wants him. If he is new in the department, then company will pay attention to him. And if the person is new in the city or a country, then the company will allow him to attend some type of gatherings or meetings or social events, so that he can make new friends and he feel good. So this type of things will fulfill his social needs. So you see that mostly startups or a very low level companies, they will only fulfill psychological your, like you will get the money in which you can only fulfill your food, water bills, this type of things. But if you go higher level company, they will also give you some type of insurance and this. If you go more higher, they will start working on your social life also. So because all the Fortune 100 companies, when I was in Huawei take care of their employees, that they feel good in their social life. They should meet the people. They should live a standard life, and they should not feel ashamed in their social life that they are not earning well and their social gathering is not there, they are not very social in their environment. So this is some type of luxury, you can say. Now once the social is also completed, now the employer need will be esteem. What is this? This is some type of status. Now you have money, you have safety, you have social life. Now you want status. So how the status will come? Status comes like you can say you must be recognized. If I am working in Huawei, I was working in Huawei, I was a project manager. I was having a team. I was having office. I was having everything that may help me make my status, that they can also give me some extra trainings. Only the manager is going to another country for a special training, so that all things will make me feel that I am important, I am something, my status is this. So this is the fourth stage. When your status is also built, then come the final stage, self actualization. What is this? In this, you have nothing to think about your status, your social life, your money, your safety, anything, because you have all the things. You are only taking care of your uh, opportunities inside companies to get more innovative, to get more new things, to think differently than others. So that thing, and for that what company will help you? Company will give you opportunities. Company will make you attend some seminars, some meetings, and give you tasks to write the case, write the technical papers, write the cases, so that you will think more and work for innovation, and it will be good for company. So this was the Abraham Maslow's hierarchy. He said that if the company fulfill all these five steps, then the employer will be always happy, and his outcome and his motivation will be very high. So some companies only give one stage, some give two stage, but if you will get any experience in Fortune 100 companies, you will straightforward get all these five types of motivations, you can say. So this is the hierarchy used by Maslow in motivation. So this is another motivation factor, that is Herzberg's motivation. So this we will do in our next part because the video will be, I think, quite long.